Hello students, in the previous video I had explained to you that all the types of food grains, cash crops, students, medicinal plants, fruit, vegetables, flowers. Students, you have to learn each crop properly for 2 marks in the section B. Now students, in this video I am going to explain you most important question that frequently asked in section C and D. So I am going to explain you technical and institutional reforms in agriculture. So this question will ask in section C or in section D, a big essay type question. So students, pay attention. Earlier farming was carried out by simple method. Ordinary farm implements means machines like sickle, datadu, spade, hoe, drill plow or bullock cart. No tractor, no thresher, plow machines are there. Now modern implements have entered into it, of which tractor, tiller, trailers, rotavators are common. Beside, modern equipments like thresher, harvesters are used in the wheat harvesting. So there is no need to cut the crop with the help of the sickle. Harvesters now implemented. So there is an increase in the uses of chemical fertilizers, hybrid seeds, BT seeds, insecticide, drip irrigation and greenhouses. Now students, see the red point, dotted point given to you now, that you have to learn it. Okay, so you have to directly start from the technical reforms. No need to write above paragraph, directly start with the technical reforms and the dotted points you have to learn it. Okay, the dotted points which are given to you, that you have to learn for 3 or 4 marks. The changes which have taken place in the seeds, fertilizer, farm implements in India are known as technical reforms. First point student, the farmer who earlier used leather buckets for pulling out the water from the well and water wheel now uses submersible pumps, monoblock pumps, solar pump, drip irrigation and sprinklers. Second point, chemical fertilizers like D-ammonia phosphate, nitrogen, phosphorus, potash, urea and other biofertilizers, liquid biofertilizers, biotech seeds are used. Before that, earlier farmers are using only organic manure, cow dung and all. Nowadays farmers are using chemical fertilizer, pesticides, insecticides. Okay. Third point, farmers are constantly guided through radio, television, newspaper, DD Kisan channel, SMS, mobile. These all are the means of the communication. And one toll-free number is also given, 1800-180-1551. Government farm web portals, e-Khedut, mobile app like Agri Market, from which the farmer will get the information regarding which type of crop grown in which area, which season, okay, how to use the chemical fertilizer, insecticide, all type of information that given. Next point, new agricultural researches and new techniques, new agriculture research and new techniques are conveyed to farmer in the villages, means information that given to the farmer in the villages by Gram Sevak. Okay. Next point, a farmer training center is established in every district headquarter wherein farmer are given the training. Simple. A farmer training center established in every district. So farmer are getting training about the agriculture. Next, recent information and guidance are provided to the farmers through agricultural fairs in Gujarat, agricultural melo. Farmer will get the information regarding the recent information and the guidance. Now agriculture universities are also established. Okay, so in every state. So agriculture university established at Datiwada, Junagadh, Anand, Navsari in Gujarat. And these universities carried out research and prepare new experts in the agriculture. Now students, you have to remember this. Indian Council for Agriculture Research, ICAR, and Department of Agriculture Research and Education, DARE, are active in national level. So students, technical reforms are very important students. Total 8 reforms are there, at least 6 you have to learn it and you have to write it down. And this is very important question. Explain the technical reforms in agriculture. Strictly you have to write it down, the textual one only. Okay, now next, institutional reform, students. These reforms connected with the land ownership, crop subsidy, sale of farm produce are considered to be the institutional reforms in India. Clear? So earlier you know that na, the farmers, big landlords are there, zamindars are there, they hire the workers. Okay, so this type, there such institutional reforms are created by the government. Okay, for discarding landlordism, stopping the exploitation of the farmers. Under the law, land to tiller, the tillers have been given the right to become the owner of the land. Who are the tillers? Tillers are the landless farmers who are working under the big landlord, so land given to them. Next point, the disparity among the landowner. Disparity matlab inequality between among the landowners has been removed by Land Sealing Act. The land that sealed by the government, excess land of the landlord, zamindar, sealed by the government, given to the landless farmers. Okay, so disparity means inequality of the land that removed. Third point, farmers are given the financial help, means money. You know, a poor farmer cannot afford anything because their financial condition is very weak. So financial help given for the crop subsidy by Kisan Credit Card, by Nationalized and Cooperative Bank. One of the NABARD bank is their nationalized bank that provide the finance to the farmer at cheaper rate. Farmers are given full insurance protection for their crops, means insurance of their crops by the Prime Minister Crop Insurance Scheme. Next, when the crop fail due to the drought and through excessive rain, the farmers are given financial help by the government. Crop failure is that, then government will help them out. By providing legal support or any open auction process is made widespread for the sale of the farm products in the marketing yards. Auction, you know na, boli लगाई जाती है for the sale for the farm products in the marketing yards. Facilities like cooperative societies, market associations, cooperative warehouses, cold storages, transportation, communication provided to the farmers. So farmers would get the minimum support price of their farm products. You know, then obviously the farmers are cheated by the middleman. So these institutions are established by the government for the providing a better support prices of the farm products of the farmer. Following organization are operating for the purchasing of the farm products from the farmer at the support prices, like National Agriculture Cooperative Marketing Federation of India, GroFed, Gujarat Cooperative Oilseeds Growers Federation, and National Dairy for Development Board. Institutional reforms are the reforms, very important reforms. This reform will ask for 3 to 4 marks. Total 8 points are there. At least 6 to 7 points, students, you have to learn it, and strictly you have to write it down from the textbook only. Institutional reforms are very important for section C and D students. So organizations are operating for purchase of farm products from the farmers at support prices. So these 3 organizations are very important. They will ask in section A, students, you have to learn it. Now Green Revolution. Students, you have already learned about this thing. Okay, Green Revolution took place in our country in the decade of 1960. You have to remember this for the MCQ. Green Revolution took place in our country in the decade 1960. Before, there was a time when there was acute shortage of food grains in our country. Means what? Before independence, okay, India were in the position that India had to import the food grains from the other country. An agrarian country had to import the food grains, and the country was struggling against such dependent conditions. Okay, so before independence, India was importing food grains from the other countries. Now here, Green Revolution, total 6 points are given to you. Students, you have to learn it for 3 marks. Green Revolution, this is also important question from this chapter. As I told you earlier also, weightage of this chapter is more. So you have to learn in whatever I am telling you, important question, you have to do it, student. Now Green Revolution, and extraordinary increase in the agriculture production because of a variety of improved seeds, increase used of the chemical fertilizer, intense efforts of the farmers, widespread arrangements for the electricity distribution, improve facilities in the irrigation. They're known as green revolution. Separately it will also ask for 1 mark, so you have to learn it this. Second point, main objectives of the green revolution was to increase the agricultural production. Farmers were encouraged to use chemical fertilizers and insecticides more. So this led to attain the target to increase agriculture production. So the main objectives of the green revolution was to increase agricultural production, and farmers were encouraged to use chemical fertilizer and insecticides. So main aim of the green revolution to increase the agriculture production through increasing the chemical fertilizer and insecticide. Next point, there has been a record production of wheat and paddy due to the green revolution. Where there is a scarcity of food grains in the country, today there is a sufficient storage of the food grains due to the green revolution. Previously it was scarcity, means food grains were less. Now we have sufficient storage of food grains. Next point, once drought or hazard of regular interval in India, whenever rainfall is irregular, okay, its adverse effects are not seen after the green revolution. We have enough buffer stock, okay, stock of the food grains. The conditions of drought, of scarcity are faced conveniently, okay. Even heavy rainfall, flood like situation, drought like situation, we have enough stock, buffer stock of food grains to feed our population. The self-sufficiency means independent, no need to depend on other person, is in the food grains is a landmark of historic achievements of the green revolution. Now we are not dependent on the other country for food grains. So today the production of cash crops has increased, the production of pulses, other cereals has decreased. With the repetition of same crop to reach the stage where other countries of the world have progressed using better technology in the agrarian field, we will have to ready for the next green revolution. Role of agriculture in Indian economy. This is also a very important question for section C. Total 6 points are there. You have to write it down all the points. These points are also very short and easy. So agriculture is a main occupation. More than 60% of the Indian population depends on the agriculture. The pressure which India had at the time of independence, that reduced. What kind of pressure, student? We were importing food grains. Now we are in the position we exporting it. Somewhat, however, it still has an important contribution in the Indian economy. First point, it provides employment to about 1/2 of the population of the country. Means it provides employment. Second, it holds 17% of the total gross domestic product, GDP. Contribution of the agriculture in the GDP, 17%. Paddy, wheat, oilseeds, cotton, jute, sugarcane, tobacco, potatoes, beverages are the major agriculture products of India, and we are exporting it too also. So much foreign exchange is earned from their export. India ranks second in the world in the agrarian production. Industry like cotton, textile, sugar, paper, oil, all these are industry dependent on the agriculture because of the raw material. Regarding this, fruits processing get their raw material from the agriculture products only. Agriculture provide food to the people of India. That's the most important thing. No need to import the food grains from the other country. So sufficient stock of the agriculture production that produce in our country that can feed our growing population. So these 6 points you have to write it down. Role of agriculture in the Indian economy. Very easy, student. The Indian contribution is not consistent in the world agriculture market because of irregular, uncertain and inadequate facilities of the irrigation. Food security is necessary for any country today. If the demand of the food grain is increasing and if the food grains have to be imported, then political independence of our country may be at the risk. So we have to become a self-reliant, means no dependent on other country in the field of the food grains due to the green revolution. Along with the increase in the farm production, there is increase in the population also. In 1991, India's population was 36 crore 10 lakhs and which today more than 125 crores. This has increased the demand for food grains. However, there has been increase in the production of food grains in our country during last 5 years also. In 1950-51, India had produced 51 crore tons of the food grains, and that increase a record level of 265.04 crore tons in 2013-14. So with the food grains which we have today, the minimum requirement of the country can be fulfilled. It is necessary to maintain buffer stock, means additional full stock, to increase it. By the buffer stock of the grains, the scarcity of the grain can be prevented during the drought and in the case of the inadequate production of the food grains. The wastage of the food grains can be prevented by implementing the technique to preserve the grains in the warehouses. Students, in the 1950-51, India was in the position to import the food grains. Why? Because the production of the food grains were less. Now, we are in the position that India is enough to feed Indian population and exporting the remaining quantity of the food grains. But it is very necessary to preserve the food grains. Wastage of the food grains can be prevented by implementing the technique like preserve the grains in the warehouses. The hunger of the thousands of the family can be satisfied if this buffer stock is distributed among them at a free of charge in the rationing shop and in the fair price shop. It is strong necessity of the time to stop the wastage of food grains. It is necessary to strengthen food stock, the agreement to conserve it. It is good beginning that the government had made provision to supply the food grains up to the poor people through the Food Security Act. That is the rationing job. The students here no need to learn. You have to only learn the 6 points. Now the another important questions, impact of globalization on Indian agriculture. This is also most important question. Clear? So question is there in details, global market and Indian agriculture. Students, I have already taught you that what do you mean by globalization. Globalization means what? We are connecting our economy, Indian economy, with the world economy through import and export. Simply it is import and exports. We are importing certain commodities and we are exporting certain commodities. So India mostly importing industrial products like and machineries and all, capitals and all, and India exporting agricultural products. So here you have to remember the impact of the globalization in the Indian agriculture. The policy of globalization has been implemented with the purpose that Indian farmer can sell his farm products in the world market and on the profit. Okay, we are exporting agricultural products like spices and all. So Indian farmer earning the foreign exchange and profit. Many changes took place in the agriculture due to the globalization. The process to export and import crop production is made very simple. Previously restriction were there and now the restriction is removed. Cotton, chilies and till are now available in the Chinese markets. Indian cotton, Indian chilies, till available in the Chinese market, and various fruits from the different countries are now available in the Indian market. The costly genetically modified BT seeds sold by multinational companies now available in India, so farmer can use it and increase in the production. Due to this, farming has become costly. The production of cotton, maize has increased. With the import becomes smoother. The domestic farm products means what? The products which are produced in our country that considered as domestic farm products have to face tough competition. Some products have gained global market, hence the necessity of registration of their patents. The products which we are exporting now, so that there is some products a necessity for registering their patents. It is necessary to register qualitative farm production as a national patent in the world market. Register a qualitative farm production. Some quality should be there as a national patent in the world market. To face the competition in agriculture products in the global market, India will have to adopt new technology and concentrate on the quality. If we want to earn more and more foreign exchange, we have to improve, or India has to improve the quality. A series of planned steps will have to be taken to increase the economic prosperity, solidity of the people. With the increasing population, the probable future increase in the demand for the agriculture products, and to maintain the march to the economic progress, it is necessary to arrange the strategy for the green revolution. Now exercise students, many students are asking the question from where we have to write the answer. So textbook is a god, every answer you have to write it down from the textbook. Okay, so I will tell you the page number also, questions also, textual exercise you have to write it down in your notebook. Write the notes on the types of the agriculture, page number 76. Types of farming written, total 6 types of farming given to you, all 6 you have to write it down. This will ask for 4 or 3 marks, 4 or 3 marks, so you have to write it down at least 5 types of farming, but in the notebook all 6. State the institutional reforms made in agriculture, agri and field. Just now today only I have explained to you, page number 86. Can you see institutional reforms? In the notebook you have to write it down, all the dotted red points. Okay, all the 8 points you have to write it down in the notebooks, but in the exam at least 6 points you can able to write. So now write a note on global market and Indian agriculture, page number 88. Just now I have taught to you that, so that you have to write it down this paragraph. Some irrelevant point you can remove and write it down the point wise. Describe the wheat crop. I told you this will ask for 2 marks, students. Wheat crop, or not only wheat crop, paddy crop, wheat crop, different types of crop that will ask for 2 marks, important. So you have to write it down, page number 78 and 79. You have to write it down, this wheat crop, favorable conditions also, wheat bowl also, and king of grain also. State about the oilseeds crops of India. So you have to write it down all the oilseeds. Okay, oilseeds on page number 81, groundnut, sesame oil, mustard, castor oil and coconut, that you have to write it down. Okay. Then next, why is the more inclination for the organic farming? Why the people mostly use the organic farming over here? So page number 71. Okay, 71, in that organic farming is that first paragraph, that is the answer of that. Okay, because of the fertility reduce that affect the hygiene of the people, that's why organic farming that mostly used. Okay, inclination that given, post that for organic farming. Kharif crop, rabi crop, page number 77, 3 crops, summer crop also given, so better to write it in all 3 together. Clear? Describe the contribution of the agriculture in the economy of India, page number 87. Just now I taught to you that in that total 6 points are given to you. Okay, only that 6 points you have to write down. For example, it provides employment to about 1/2 of the population of the country. Agriculture holds about 17% total domestic production. That 6 points you have to write it down, students. Paddy is the most important crop of India. So students, you have to write down favorable conditions of the paddy and you have to describe. As I told you, students, each food crops, each oil seeds, each cash crops you have to learn for 2 marks. These all crops are very important. Clear? For 2 marks in the section B. Now next question, uses of maize. I students, while explaining the maize, I told you the uses of maize, page number 18, that you can see maize. So maize can be used for animal fodder, dhani, and the oil. It can be used for the popcorn and the edible oil. Clear? So you have to write it down this for the either 1 marks or 2 marks it will ask. Next, state the favorable conditions for the growth of the coffee. So you have to write it down, page number 82. So favorable condition that needs 150-200 centimeter rainfall, 15 degree to 28 degrees temperature, slopy mountain land. Okay, so that you have to write it down. And coffee is reared on the over the slopes of the mountains in the shades of the larger trees in such a way that no direct sunlight falls on the coffee leaves. Clear? So which type of farming is carried out in the Bhal region and which crop is cultivated? That which crop is cultivated, that is the wheat, Bhalia wheat. Okay, and what is meant by green revolution? Here definition is given over here. Green revolution, page number Page number 87, in that the first point is given to you, the extraordinary increase in the agriculture production because of improved seeds, increased use of chemical fertilizer, intense efforts of farmers, widespread arrangements for electricity distribution, improved facilities in the irrigation, etc., known as green revolution. Only definition you have to write it down. Name the institution working at agriculture research at national level. So you have to write down this. Page number 86, in that see can fourth point, ICAR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, Department of Agriculture Research and Education. Clear? Now MCQ. First, which of the following farming types has the lowest per hectare production? Answer is B, Jhum cultivation. Second, in which of the following farming type the chemical fertilizer and insecticide are not used? A, organic farming. Which state produce maximum groundnut? Answer is D, Gujarat. Fourth one, what is the chocolate made from? Answer is B, cocoa. Fifth one, in the production of which of the following condiments is Gujarat first? Okay, so answer is A, Isabgul. Sixth one, which of the following pulses is a rabi crop? Answer is C, gram. So students, in this way you have to do it, and map is also going to be asked in the exam. So you have to do the map side by side in your textual exercise also. Students, once the chapter complete, you have to write down only textual exercise. So each crop, page number 78. So can you able to see the food grains, paddy, wheat, jawar, millet, maize, barley, tuber, these all oilseeds, beverages, cash crops, condiments, fruits, vegetables. Condiments, fruits and vegetables may not ask, but you have to do this. Food grains, pulses, oilseed, beverage and cash crops for the map. So I will teach you afterwards the map, okay, that you have to locate each crop, okay, whatever asked, in one region that you have to locate. So students, write it down all textual question answers in your notebook and learn this chapter for your unit test. All the best. These all question answers I have already discussed in the last slides, but students, you tick mark this. MCQ also I have discussed in the last slides, and in between the textbook also I have told you the different MCQs, and also it is very necessary to read the textbook in the social science. Go through it and complete your fair book, students.